Welcome to Yoga Barn Online. My name is Wina. This time I will offer Yin and Yoga Nidra practice. So let's begin with preparing your props. So make sure you have 2 bolsters or a thin cushion. So what's important also a blanket or towels. So you can use 1 or 2 blankets. So basically create like a really comfortable space for you to practice. 1 or 2 blocks, or preferably if you use books, it's a hardcover books. Just a little reminder about Yin and Yoga Nidra. So we're going to begin with about half an hour Yin. And we're going to unwind and do a little bit of stretching, just easing up yourself. And perhaps as this time, I will invite you to get into more like a self-love practice as well. So here, perhaps anything that you like to bring into your practice, perhaps self-affirmation, you can do it yourself as well. So this practice suits for beginners. Anything that gets too much or create pains, let's avoid that. Yeah, so in Yin itself, it's a great, take it as a great opportunity to work with yourself, with the inner work, with the shadow work. So it's like you're removing layers by layers. You go deeper and deeper and use the asanas to get into your body. And it's time to soften. In Yoga Nidra as well, which is I'm going to guide it after Yin, you're going to stay pretty much in Savasana the whole time. So during that Savasana period of time, you're going to be guided with some visualizations, and you're simply just laying down there. If you choose to sitting up, that's also okay. But the best things is like just laying down. Nidra itself, it means sleep. So you're going to be in the state of sleeping and resting, but yet still staying awake. Close your eyes the whole time. Yeah? So let's begin our practice. This time we're going to getting into Balasana. So child's pose, wide knee child's pose. So getting into wide knee child's pose, let's check in. If you have a sensitive knee, please roll your double mats or like the blankets, or you can use cushions for your knees. So getting into this wide knee, and you can also use the bolsters in between your legs, yeah? Or nothing. And also, like if you getting too much pressure in between your legs, you can modify it into puppy pose. So let's begin. This is the child's pose. Either with or without blocks on your forehead. You can also elevate your head with the blocks. So basically creating those comfortable and supported asanas. Otherwise, if this is uncomfortable on your legs, you can come up a little bit like this. Again, you can also use bolsters perhaps to just simply rest your forehead down. Yeah? So, while we're in the posture, I'm going to invite you to say an affirmation. Yeah? So, you can repeat after me, and you can just say it for yourself. You can say it out loud with your words, or you can just simply take it like just like a silent affirmations. Yeah? So this time, as we're entering the wide knee child's pose, let's settling in for a moment. Just breathing in and out. Simply come up into your natural breathing. So the affirmations for this is, I forgive myself and set myself free. You can repeat a couple times or 3 more. I forgive myself and set myself free. I forgive myself and set myself free. Settling in gently. Let's use the breath as your anchor. Always know every breath matters to either settling in or just to unwind or to
release the tightness. Eyes remains closed the whole time. Simply soften the fingers, the arms, the elbows. Let your heart melt. Slowly find your stillness in every process as you're staying in the shape. So let's give it a few more deep breaths. And very slowly and mindfully, let's ground your hands. Ground your hands perhaps next to your ears and slowly roll up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Take a pause at any time you like to take a pause. Give it a few more deep breaths. And then sit back. Perhaps sit back on the heels or slowly coming out as this is your practice. Let's just come out at your own pace as well, yeah? So make sure that as you come out, you're really feeling into that chi fluss, the energy flows that runs through your nadis or your meridian lines. And the rebound, the break in between, the rest in between asanas is as important as the asanas itself. So give it some time, really grounding yourself, really cultivating that awareness and mindfulness. And from here, we're going to transition into Sphinx. Yeah, so when you're getting into Sphinx, you can just simply lay on your stomach. Yeah, so let's check in. Let's open your arms about shoulder apart. Ground everything down, pubic bones down. And if you feel like the lower back is quite sensitive, you can also use this bolster. So you can rest your belly and your rib cage on top of the bolsters. Yeah. So this is just so your practice could be less intense or less effort. But make sure, as this is also your own practice, make sure you also do the best version of it. Another thing is like you can also use this block. So the block could be used to simply rest your forehead. Okay, so let's begin. So ground your elbows. Let's getting into this asanas, the positions, the shape. Naturally, let's bring the shoulder away from you. So keep your heart lifted. So let's getting into the next affirmation. I am worthy of love and joy. I am worthy of love and joy. I am worthy of love and joy. So as you close your eyes, just simply tuning in into your body, just really feeling that your elbows grounding, your pubic bones grounding, your legs, your toes, your knees grounding, your toes simply just relax. And if at some point you feel strain on your neck, especially the back of your neck, you can simply bring your forehead down onto the block. So you can also adjust the positions of your arms. So the blocks itself, as a support, you can use it on the second height or the third height. Let's just always check in with how it feels. You can make a very subtle movement. but not fidgeting. So at some point, you will settling in into your asanas or your shape. I am worthy of love and joy. Stay present and aware. As perhaps there's energy in motions that floats around the body, just simply aware of the existence. And give it a few more deep breaths. On your next exhalation, so very slowly and mindfully, let's just laying on the ground. So let's move your bolsters or your blocks if you're using any of them. And let's rest your forehead down. You can rest your head to one side. You can simply look down and bring your arms forward. You can rock your hips side to side just to give a little bit of movements in the body. Gently taking a deep inhalations. And exhale, sigh it out to your mouth. Feel that your heart, your front side of your body could melt deeper into the earth. Give it a few more deep breaths. You can turn your head towards the opposite side, just to balance, feeling on your shoulders, your neck. Okay, and slowly come up. So the next one, we're going to come up into kind of like the puppy pose. So let's getting into all four. Yeah, so the foundations is the all four. And you can also spread your arms to the side or either in the center. So let's check in with how it feels on the shoulders. Keep your props pretty close to you, yeah, so you can simply just reach out when you need it. So melting the heart pose known as the Anahata Asana, really getting into these knees and then slowly extending your arms forward. So if this is already too intense, you can simply place the blocks on your forehead. Spread your fingers open, rest your forehead down. So it's basically like melting the heart towards the earth. You can do it also without the block. And rest your forehead down. So we're going to stay here for a little while. And the affirmation is, I love every cell of my body. I love every cell of my body. I love every cell of my body. And let's give it a few more deep breaths. So when you want to come out, very slowly ground your elbows, yeah? Ground your elbows. You can also simply laying on the stomach again. Otherwise, if you want to lay on your back, from here, let's just bring your arms down and turn your head to one side. Just rest here for a bit. Perhaps easing up any tensions on the shoulders, the arms. As you were staying and holding yourself in the asanas. So if you're laying on the stomach, let's turn your body. So at some point you're gonna lay on your back. So we're gonna come up into a spinal twist in here. You can extend your arms to the side, or you can come up into cactus. Just anything that feels quite comfortable on your shoulders. Arms, just keep it until shoulder height, or it could be lower. Yes, so from here, you simply twist yourself towards your right side or left side. So as this is also an intuitive practice, you can really getting into your intuition. And then you can turn your head towards the opposite side of your legs. Yeah. So you can place your hands, your right hand, for example, on top of your left knee. If you're twisting to the right, you can straighten your right leg if you want to go deeper. So this is a fully meditative and inward journey. And the affirmations in here is, I appreciate who I am. I appreciate who I am. I appreciate who I am. Always remind yourself to getting into your softness, not tighten. Instead, you can giving in and surrender into your body. And the more you're getting softer towards your body and yourself, of course, and hopefully you're getting into a deeper state, not just in a physical practice, but also on your meditative practice. Give it a couple of deep breaths in here. And then we're going to switch to the opposite side. Just slowly bring it into the center. As you bring it into the center, you're going to transition to twist onto the opposite side. Yeah? You can stack both knees together, or you can straighten your left leg down. Hold your right knee with your left hand. Back into your journey. Still, perhaps in the same affirmations. Otherwise, if you have any other affirmations, feel free. I appreciate who I am. Soften everything. Always anchoring into your breath. And let's give it a few more deep breaths on this side. And let's mindfully bring it back onto the center. And simply lay on your back, feeling onto your spine, your whole back of your body, your buttocks, the back of your legs, back of the head, shoulders, upper body, middle, lower body. Give it a few more deep breaths into here. And then you're going to continue into Savasana. There's a mini Savasana before we transition into Yoga Nidra practice. So in your Savasana, self-affirmations would be, I deserve to relax. I deserve to relax. I deserve to relax. Here I will get up, so I will continue to guide you into your Yoga Nidra practice. So in Savasana, let's check in. If you feel like you want to support yourself with bolsters on the head or bolsters under the knees, feel free to setting up everything and really finding a comfortable position, for your Yoga Nidra practice. So anything that you really need to create this cozy feeling, comfortable feelings on the Nidra practice, feel free to set it up quietly. And let's begin your Yoga Nidra practice. So let's check in again with your props. Let's perhaps add 5% more until you really feel comfortable with yourself. Feel your whole back of your body grounding and simply just be. So let's give yourself a few breaths out of your mouth and settling in gently. So we'll guide you through some visualizations. Eyes remains closed the whole time. And if you feel like you want to fall asleep, it's totally fine if you want to fall asleep. But simply just listen to my guidance and my voice. And let's welcome everything and anything that comes into your awareness. Stay in the practice of witnessing whatever rise and fall, anything that comes and goes. Let's take a moment to appreciate and acknowledge of being present in your body, welcoming yourself and your Yoga Nidra practice, welcoming all feelings, comfort or discomfort, emotions that is floating around your body as this energy and motions. So as you continue to breathe slowly, it's deepening your state of relaxation. More and more with each breath, going deeper each time. More and more relaxed, calm, at peace. And feeling into the heart space. As this is still the practice of self-love, still feeling into what you've affirmed on your yin practice.
You made this moment special just by being you. There's no one in this world like you. You're one of a kind and you will always be good enough. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to live a life you are excited about. And don't let others make you forget about that. Here you will bring back the self-affirmation you've stated through the yin practice and continuously grow the affirmation. I forgave myself and set myself free. I'm worthy of love and joy. I love every cell of my body. I appreciate who I